하나생명이 이제 가장 많은 변화가 있었는데 좋은 성적을 내던 선수들이 들어와서 경기해야 되는 팀이 아닌가 생각하고 있습니다.
초비 선수
Roster though, the roster that everybody's been waiting to see. It's already been, of course, announced by T1 officially on Twitter, but there will be no Faker this evening. There will be no Teddy. It's going to be the Kana, LM, Closer, Gumayusi, and Keria starting lineup here. So very much a really big change in terms of T1's roster, and a lot of people, wanted to see Faker tonight. It's been a really long time, but Closer's been chosen as the starter here, and he's a really high potential player. A lot of people have been hyped about him for a long time, so I am excited to see how he performs.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Actually, I know that people are going to be very disappointed, but I think Closer had, some really good moments towards the end of 2020, and so looking forward to seeing, we witnessed exactly what good old Ruler was able to do in our last series, as Arthur is going to lock away the Graves. Does mean that Samira is easily picked up by Gumayusi if he wants to.
And this is something...
And we'll see. It could just be the bottom lane, as Gumayusi, this is one of his favorites in the Draven. Maybe he's just flashing it.
Yeah. We saw this in Worlds qualifiers. He's definitely most famous for his Draven, excuse me. And Aphelios will get locked in, another champion that he's extremely well versed on, one of his more famous ones, and that's once again going to be paired with the Thresh. Very safe laning phase. We'll see if Keria can make the plays. Pretty good as to what pick he'll be looking for. It looks like the Galio is going to be the lock-in here. Mid-Galio,
I like it.
Yeah, not as popular these days, but pretty strong, especially into the set.
The thing I really like about it is that it empowers the Olaf even further. I think, Olaf with a Gordringer and Sterix, it's much stronger in a later game setting than it was in previous seasons. However, he's still just going to be like a meat shield in a lot of cases in the later stage. And they're also going to augment that with the Camille Galio combo, with kind of picking that one up blind towards the top lane. I like what T1 have done here.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Kennen available towards the top lane. Might be something that Morgan goes to here. But it is going to be the Gnar, once again, hot results only. He never even got top half. Hold on, I thought we were going to have some exchanges here.
Might have been the wrong time to look at Morgan there as he gets completely clapped in that trade, but was able to trade back quite nicely as we checked out the bottom side of the map. Flash down now for Vista, though. That is definitely good news as Bubble's going to connect. This is the combo we were talking about. And Closer already down to sub 200 health here in this lane.
What a terrifying middle.
The invincibility.
Yeah, it's the invincibility.
Cheat code.
They were invincible. That's what I'm saying.
Yep, I like it. Well, Morgan might need one of those. He's going to turn Mega. Will he be able to get the double stun into the wall? Well, the answer's no, because Ragnarok exists. And Arthur's going to now try to slow him down, but it's not the end of the line for these two. T1 grab first blood and walk away scot-free.
Yeah. So far this Camille pick in these two series has been phenomenal. It's just dominated the top lane. It's set up a lot of extra pressure. And, someone who was talking to me about the Camille pick actually before the season started, over the past few days has actually been Chronicler. Other color commentators coming out here soon. But he's talking about how he thought in Kespa Cup especially, but also in Korea in general, Koreans were not playing as much Camille as they should be. The priority should have been higher. And already here on day one, he's been right, as this Camille pick has absolutely made any team who picks it into strong topside, and they're just able to make picks happen. This is sad times for Morgan as Arthur comes up to try to do what he can. And it's not the -2 damage on auto attacks for Graves, it's why he can't do it, it's just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, he lost that 2 base damage, man. He's ruined.
For his 2 shots.
Completely. As here's a special delivery on an Olaf, and that's going to be a real dead set. Haymaker's good, and that's a good face breaker, but Deft can't stay there. And that is going to be just a free one. Keria delivering death to the bottom lane for Hanwha. Not looking like it's getting better.
Pathing, I'll hold that thought.
Yeah, Vista. Yeah, finds the showstopper. Is going to be able to give Gumayusi the lantern, but Vista collects him out of the air. Chovy, he's turning up as well, but LM's going to get here first. There's the taunt flash out from Chovy. It's Closer going down very low, and they just eliminate the Graves so quickly. Morgan a bit late on the teleport, not in the right position, and another free pick for T1. All right, in goes Vista. He's had enough. Looks for a face breaker, but instead his face is going to be broken himself. Deft, really great cleanse, but he's just exploded. The amount of damage here from T1 is too high. Collateral goes through, but Keria's just there on the lowest health bar, but he's very, very safe, and this outer turret in mid is going to fall. The perfect anti-Zoe option is to destroy all these structures and make her room to work so much smaller, and they've done a beautiful job of T1.
I mean, she is boxed in super hard. Watch this super hard engage against even Vista. He flashes in and even hurls Keria into T1. And this is not a dive comp from Hanwha Life Esports. This is not a comp that functions around diving in and hard engaging into T1. Felt a little bit overzealous, a little bit over-aggressive there. And they'll
actually be able to take this Drake if they want it.
Yeah.
They will do so as T1 rotate mid.
I mean, the question is it worth the Drake? Is the Drake worth it? I think so. Really nice poke from Chovy there, and he was able to get perfectly into the position he wanted to. The mid push made it harder for him to get there, but he eventually did, and LM gonna eat some chunks here. This is a risky place for T1. They've got to be careful on this fight. Taunt.
Yep, Vista caught out of position once again. Can't even Haymaker as now. Look at the Aphelios damage. I'm starting to see the 200 years coming back. Is that bubble not going to be taken as it's on the Lantern? As Canna dives on forward. They look for Morgan. Canna's going to get stunned into the wall, but the heroic entrance and special delivery on a gargoyle is exactly not what you want as Hanwha Life. And Chovy a little bit too late to the fight. As Deft. Killer Instinct's available, but I don't know whether he wants to take it.
And this is just going to be further advantages for T1. You give over a Drake, but it's a... This is really cool because T1 is actually forcing this rotation while you see insane side laning coming from Kana. Kana's like, alright, I'm taking an inhibitor turret. You guys can fight over the Baron if you want.
And now Canna's going to have inside track on the rotation over as well as Vista's once again caught. Showstopper manages to find his Haymaker key this time around, but now it's a 4 versus 5, and in goes Canna, finds the perfect flank. Arthur is dead as an afterthought, and Hanwha Life are scattered to the wind. Chovy and Morgan, Deft still there as well, and I think that Chovy and Deft still just have 0-0-0 in their scoreline. No idea what they're supposed to do to try and fix this game.
Yeah, this is... desperation out of Hanwha Life Esports. It certainly isn't working. Like you said, the fast track in with the Camille rotation, the Hextech ultimatum was beautiful there. And you can see Chovy is just trying to do what he can poke-wise on the edge, but this Drake is 100% going to T1. Almost feels ridiculous to contest it. They didn't have vision. Hanwha Life Esports can't 5v3 the top lane even because they're so far behind. There's just indecision across the board. Teleport's coming in here. One last ride. Hanwha Life Esports. Let's see if Morgan can make something happen.
Yeah, does manage to find his Meganar, but Ragnarok comes in and he has to flash to get himself out of the way. Crushes over the wall as now Canna. He's being staved off to the side. Vista may have actually found an engage, but no, he's just going to go down. Canna not even down to below half health by the looks of things, as Morgan's going to be picked out of the air, and the Galio destroys Chovy. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. In one swift motion, T1 take absolutely everything from Hanwha Life and will be able to take down the Nexus. This was an impressive showing for T1's first time on the Rift in such a long time.
Absolutely beautiful here is some showmanship here from Keria at the end. But what a start to T1's 2021 Spring Split. A lot of pressure on these players. I mean, you get the damage for these two teams, because if you look at the damage, actually, look at the top lane, right? Like, Gnar crushes it, but it's not about top lane for Camille. It's about getting those stuns, having those flanks, and securing kills. It's about the side laning. And even Aphelios for the bot lane, you know, only about 1,600 gold, or excuse me, a damage ahead. Chovy's ahead in damage, but it's how the comp